Hello students, in this video I'll be solving the problems on the probability distribution. Okay, in previous videos for this probability distributions we have seen three kinds of this probability distributions. That is, first was binomial distribution, second was Poisson distribution, and the third was normal distribution. Okay, for each these distributions separate videos have been made and uploaded, and a few problems had been also solved at the end of those videos. But here I'm solving a few more extra problems from the previous year's question papers. Okay, so now this is the question for 4 marks. Okay, and it has been appeared in February 2012. Now, after watching this video, you will be able to make out how to understand that a problem is of which type and how to deal with that. Okay, so let's see this question which had appeared in February 2012 for 4 marks. Now, what does the question says? If x is a Poisson variate such that p of x is equals to 2 is equals to 9 times p of x is equals to 4 plus 90 times p of x is equals to 6. Find a mean and a standard deviation of x. Okay, quite a direct question. Firstly, it has been known that it is given that it is a Poisson variate. Okay, now Poisson variate, that means Poisson distribution, that is probability of some x is equals to r, is we have e raised to minus m raised to r upon r factorial as the formula. Okay, this we have seen. Now out of this, m is the mean. Okay. And also what it asked, find the mean and the standard deviation of x. So question is about finding the mean, that means we need to find this value of m and the standard deviation of x. Now, I had forgotten to tell you that in Poisson distribution, standard deviation of x, that is s, is equals to root of mean. Okay, that is what the standard deviation in Poisson distribution has the formula s is equals to root of m, or m is what, root np, therefore root of n into p. Okay, so now this is the standard deviation of x. That means variance will be what? Variance in in this Poisson variables or Poisson distribution, the variance will be s square, that is m. Okay, so basically we need to find the value of mean, that is m, and once this m value has been found, root m we can find it quite easily. Okay, so now for finding these values, what has been given, this equation has been given. Okay, so this is p of x is equals to 2. Now x is equals to 2 means what? My r value is 2 here. Okay, now in this case my r value is 4. In this case my r value is 6. Okay, the rest things are unknown, that is what is unknown is my m value is unknown, and we need to find using this equation. Okay, so let us try to substitute this. Now p of x is equals to r is given by this formula. So if I write this in the given equation, it will be what? P of some r is equals to 2 is equals to 9 times p of r is equals to 4. R and x will be one and the same. Let's write it as x is equals to 4 only, plus 90 times p of x is equals to 6. Okay, but these are my r values. These 2, 4 and 6 are my r values. So now when it is p of x is equals to 2, what it will be, in this equation r will be replaced by 2. Okay, so what I will get is e raised to minus m is unknown. Okay, so I will keep that as it is, but only r will be replaced by 2. So m raised to 2 upon 2 factorial, sorry, on 2 factorial. Okay, and this one will be 9 into e raised to minus m as it is, and m raised to this r will be replaced by 4 here. Okay, divided by 4 factorial plus 90 times this r will be replaced by 6 here, so it will be e raised to minus m raised to 6 upon 6 factorial. Okay, so now I just need to simplify this. So how will be my things? It will be something like e raised to minus m square upon 2 factorial is equals to, I can take out e raised to minus m common from here. From here I can take e raised to minus m common, I can take e raised to minus m common. Okay, so I can write this as e raised to minus m, and whatever remains inside is 9 by 4 factorial upon into m raised to 4. It is 9 by 4 factorial into m raised to 4 plus what remains is 90 upon 6 factorial into m raised to 6. Okay, this is what remains inside the bracket. Now I can cancel out this e raised to minus m and this e raised to minus m. Okay, so what I am left with is m square upon 2 factorial is equals to 9 upon, now this I can just split this 4 factorial into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 to m raised to 4 plus 90 means m raised to 6 will be upon 6 factorial will be 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, and this 2 factorial is 2 into 1. Okay, now since it is 9 by 3, I can cancel this 3 with this 3 from here. Again, here also I can do some changes, that is 6 I can cancel out with this 15. Yes, 15 6 are 90. Then what remains is 15, that means 5 and 3 I can cancel out with this 15. Okay, so what is the thing that remains is m square upon 2 is equals to 3 by 4 twos are 8. Yes, 8 m raised to 4 plus m raised to 6 upon 8. Okay, so I can write this out. Just simplifying this, it will be something like 4m square is equals to 3m raised to 4 plus m raised to 6. Yes, how I have done this? I have just multiplied and divided this stuff by 4. Okay, that means I can equate the coefficients, and what will happen is I can cancel out the common coefficients. That is, I have cancelled 8 throughout for this. Okay, now how is my equation? It is something like 4m square is equals to 3m raised to 4 plus m raised to 6. Now, if I can take out the m common, it will be what? 4 m square is equals to m square from here. It will be 3 into m square, what remains, plus m raised to 4. That means again I can cancel out m square here. Okay, or I can even write this as m is equals to 0, but these things are not that much important. Okay, so now since m square and m square is common, if there was m is equals to 0, we had an option, this equation would have been satisfied. Okay, so that is the only reason that m is equals to 0 is a possibility. Okay, okay, now since m square has been cancelled throughout, I have this equation like m raised to 4 plus 3m square. Now 4 taken on the other side gives me minus 4 is equals to 0. Okay, what I will do is substitute m square is equals to some y. Okay, that means what will be my m raised to 4? This m raised to 4 will be my y square plus 3m square. M square is y. So 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation in y. Okay, now the I need to find the roots of this quadratic equation. This one will have two roots. Okay, Now, how the quadratic roots of the any equation are given? Now, suppose I have this quadratic equation: ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. My quadratic equation, the roots of this quadratic equation, x is equals to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This you have been studying since 8th standard, but only I had just revised only if somebody didn't remember this. Okay, so now in this case, what is my a? A is equals to 1, b is equals to 3, and c is equals to minus 4. Okay, so if I substitute in this equation, my x, in place of x I have y, so it will be what? Minus b is what? 3, so minus 3 plus or minus root of b square. B square is what? 3 square will be 9, minus 4 into a is my 1. Okay, a is my 1 and c is my minus 4. So minus 4a into c divided by 2a. A is 1. So I will just check these solutions. So it will be given by minus 3 plus or minus root of 9. Now this minus and minus will be plus. So 4 into 4 will be 16 upon 2. So this one will come to minus 3 plus or minus 9 plus 16 is 25 upon 2. Now this one will be minus 3 plus or minus root of 25 is 5 upon 2. So it will be what? My two roots y1 is equals to minus 3 plus 5 upon 2, and y2 will be minus 3 minus 5 upon 2. Okay, so y1 will have my 5 minus 3, that is 2 by 2, that is 1. Y2 will be minus 4. Okay, now but what were these y1 and y2's? My m square finally. Yes, y1 was m square or y was m square. That is, I have two options, that is either m square is equals to 1 or m square is equals to minus 4. Okay, now m square is equals to 1 or m square is equals to minus 4, but we have seen that in real number system that root any number does not have a negative square root. Okay, now we have some other sets also, like complex numbers, where this negative, the roots, the squares of this or the roots of these negative numbers have been well defined, but we are not interested in this part now. Therefore m square is equals to minus 4 has been discarded. So what value I will have is m square is equals to 1. Okay, that is what m is equals to plus or minus 1, that is my mean. Okay, now still I will again consider mean to be positive value, that is plus 1. Why? Because further I need to find the standard deviation, that is root of mean, that is will be root of 1, and the standard deviation is positive root of 1, therefore it will be 1 itself. So finally I have got my mean to be 1 and standard deviation to be 1, which was the question. Okay, so this is the solution for this problem. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, now what does this problem says? This also appeared in February 2012 for 4 marks. The income distribution of officers was found to follow normal distribution. Okay, now with this word normal distribution, we know that we need to use this formula: z is equals to x minus x bar upon s. Okay, now let's see what the else is. The average income was rupees 5,000. Okay, now with this also, with this word itself, we know this word average itself, we know that x bar is equals to rupees 5,000. Now if there were 242 officers drawing salary above rupees 81 18,500. Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry for this. This question itself is the average income was rupees 15,000. Okay. Sorry for this. The average income was rupees 15,000. If there were 242 officers drawing salary above 18,500, how many officers were there in the company? And tabulated value is given to be 0.242. Okay, let's see how to begin with this. Okay, now x bar we have seen it is 15,000. Now 18,500 will be my x value, 18,500. So let's first calculate the number of deviations, that is z value. Okay, z will be given by x is what? Sorry for this, I have just not written the question properly. The standard deviation is also given. The standard deviation is 5,000. Okay, I just by mistakenly wrote this problem like this. It is average income was rupees 15,000 and the standard deviation was 5,000. Okay, that is S value was 5,000. So the question is x minus x bar. X is what? 18,500 minus 15,000 and S was given to be rupees 5,000. Now this comes out to be 18,500 upon 15,000, that is sorry 18,500 minus 15,000, 3,500 upon 5,000. So this values cancels out and this is a like 7 by 10, or I can say 0.7. Okay, so my Z value is 0.7. So this is the value which corresponds to this 0.7. Okay, so that's why this tabulated value. We have no other value which we can choose for Z. Okay, so tabulated value is 0.242. That means what? Let me draw this with an graph. Okay, now what it gives, the mean which appears at the center is 15,000, that is average. Okay, at z is equals to, this is my z is equals to 1 or 2 or 3 here. Now at z is equals to 0.7 somewhere here, I have seen that the salary is 18,500 somewhere here. Okay, so I'll just draw a line here and this is between the standard deviation of 0.7. Okay, now what they have told that any area, what I need to calculate is if there are 242 officers drawing salary above 18,500. Now, something above 18,500 will lie in this proportion. Okay. And in this area, that means there are 242 officers. This has been given. Okay. And what is my question now? I need to calculate how many people or how many officers are there in this entire area. Okay, so this is what I need to calculate and this is my question. That is what, this only this distribution only this part of this curve corresponds to 242 officers. Then what will be this entire curve will represent? Okay, so now how to check for this? Let's proceed. See, the tabulated value is given to be 0.242. Now what is this 0.242? That is this area, 0.242 value is given for this area. Okay, now this area is what? 242 officers represent to 0.242 area. Okay, my total area is 1. Okay, Therefore, how many officers will it represent to? It will be something like 242 into 1 is equals to this cross multiplication x into 0.242. Okay, that means x will be 242 upon 0.242. That comes out to be 1000. That is total of 1000 people or officers are there. Okay, so this is the final solution. This is the next question which had appeared in May 2019 for 2 marks. Okay, and what does the question says? What is the probability of getting 5 defectives in a sample of 20 if the output of the manufacturing firm is 20% defective? Okay, what is the probability of getting 5 defectives in a sample of 10 if the output of the manufacturing firm is 20% defective? Okay, now how to guess? This is the problem of which probability distribution, whether binomial, whether Poisson, or whether normal. Okay, let's see. What is my what is the question is about? Finding the defective or getting the defective or not getting a defective. Okay, that means success or a failure. Okay, that is only two options are there. Okay, therefore if I write for my success to be getting defective items, okay, so then in this case from a sample of 10, from a sample of 10, that is in n is equals to 10, that is number of trials. Okay, and the success is what? How many defectives or how many times I need to happen this success, that is r is equals to 5. 5 times I want this success, that is 5 defectives I want. Okay, so from this only we know that this is a problem of binomial distribution. Now, for binomial distribution, we have this formula P of x is equals to r. It will be what? N factorial, n minus r factorial to r factorial, p raised to r, q raised to n minus r, where p is equals to probability of success. And okay, so once p has been found, q we will also found. Okay, now if the output of the manufacturing firm is 20% defective, 20% defective, that is what? This is the average which we have, or we can say for 20% items are defective. Okay, that is out of 100, 20 are defective. That is what? My probability of success will be 20 upon 100, that is I can say to be 0.2 or 1 by 5, one and the same. Now similarly, now once I know the p value, I will also know the q value. Why? Because q is equals to 1 minus p, this we have seen. Therefore my q value comes out to be 4 by 5. Now once these values have been found, I can substitute it here. N factorial is what? Probability of 5 defectives. Okay, n factorial is what? 10 factorial. Now n minus r factorial is 5 factorial. R factorial is again 5 factorial. P raised to r. P is what? 1 by 5. Raised to r is what? 5. And q is what? Q is my 4 by 5 raised to n minus r, that is 10 minus 5. Okay, now once you solve this answer, okay, I'm not going to solve this further. It will be something like 10 factorial upon 5 factorial into 5 factorial, and this will be something like 4 raised to 5 upon 5 raised to 10, something like this, and whatever answer you solve will be the probability of getting 5 defectives in a sample of 10. Okay, you can simplify this further. You have calculators with you, you can simplify and do it. Okay, okay, now let's move on to the next problem. This question appeared in November 2000 18 and maybe for 2 marks. Alpha particles are emitted by radioactive source. Okay, now with this, we will come to know that it is when the such radioactive materials, emission of the particles, or decay of the material. You know, you are pharmacy students and you know very well that these things follows exponential distribution. Okay, and exponential, that means Poisson distribution. Okay, so Poisson distribution, that will be directly clear Poisson. Therefore, my P of x is equals to R will be what? E raised to minus m raised to R upon R factorial. This is the formula which we name. Now I just need the value of R and I just need the value of m. Let's see, m is my mean. So let's see. These alpha particles are emitted by radioactive source at the rate of 3 per minute. 3 per minute, and we have seen that this m, that is the average, is 3 particles per minute. Therefore m is my 3. Okay, calculate the probability of getting exactly 5 emissions in 1 minute. That means again I know it is the success rate, that is 5 successes I want, that is R is equals to 5 I want. Now I know 3 M, I know R, I can directly substitute probability of getting 5 emissions in 1 minute. It will be something like E raised to minus 3 and 3 raised to 5 upon 5 factorial. Okay, and this e raised to minus 3 comes out to be 0, something 0.498 into this 3 raised to 5 is 243 divided by 5 factorial comes out to be 120, and the value is 0.1008. Okay, so this is the required probability. Now let's move to the next problem. Okay, this problem appeared in 2017, kind of important problem, which appeared for 4 marks. Okay, what does this say is the average number of customers who appear at a counter in a certain bank per minute is 2. Find the probability that during a given minute no customers appears, or the second sub question is 3 or more customers appear. Okay, now, this customer arrival departure is mostly in a Poisson distribution. Okay, so also this e raised to minus 2 value has been given in the question. Okay, you can even think it in this way. Now, in my 3 probability distributions, nowhere this exponential term appears, and the exponential value has been given. That means it is directly a Poisson distribution. And even if you don't want to remember it in this way, you can remember it like, see, like those alpha particles emission, decaying and all. This customer arrival departure of anything also takes what is that, Poisson distribution. Okay, it follows Poisson distribution. Okay, so I know that I need to use this formula. Probability of x is equals to r is e raised to minus m raised to r upon r factorial. Now I just need to identify these m values and the r values. M is the mean. Okay, and also stated that the average number of customers who appear at a counter in a bank is per minute is 2. That means this is the average, that is m is equals to 2 per minute. Find the probability that during a given minute no customer appears. Okay, now appearing of customers is is a success. Okay, that means no customer is appearing, that means 0 customers is appearing, that is r is equals to 0 for this my question number A. R is equals to 0 and m will remain as it is 2. Okay, no customer appearing, that means same as 0 customer appearing. Okay, therefore 0 number of successes. So my probability of r is equals to 0 will be e raised to m is 2, therefore e raised to minus 2. M is 2 raised to 0 now. R is 0, therefore 2 raised to 0 upon 0 factorial. And this comes out to be e raised to minus 2 value I know 0.1352. Now into this 2 raised to 0, anything raised to 0 is 1, divided by 0 factorial is 1, therefore 0.1352 is the required answer. Okay, this is the probability that no customer appears during a 1 minute. Okay, now let's go for the second sub question. The second sub question asks that three or more customers appear. Okay, that means I need to find the probability of three customers plus four customers plus five customers plus six customers, and I don't know till what. Okay, but I know one thing, that the probability of this probability of zero customers plus probability of one customers plus probability of two customers plus three customers plus all these comes out to be 1. Okay, so if I want to calculate the probability of all these, it is easier for me to calculate 1 minus the probability of zero customers plus probability of one customers plus probability of two customers. Okay, so that means it is fine for me to calculate 1 minus p of r is equals to 1 plus probability of r, sorry, r is equals to 0 plus probability of r is equals to 1 plus probability of r is equals to 2. Okay, this one will be much more easier. So from this I know 1 minus r is equals to 0 in the same formula, therefore what it will be, e raised to minus 2, 2 raised to 0 upon 0 factorial plus e raised to minus 2, 2 raised to 1 upon 1 factorial plus e raised to minus 2, 2 raised to square upon 2 factorial. Okay. Now this values I know, I can take this e raised to minus 2 terms outside, 1 minus e raised to minus 2, and this one will be 2 raised to 0 is 1 plus 2 upon 1 plus 2 square upon 2 factorial, that is 4 by 2. So this is what 1 minus, it will be e raised to minus 2 value I have known, that is 0.1352, and this table 2 cancels, this comes out to be 5, and whatever this answer comes is my required probability. Okay. Okay, so now let's go for the next problem. That is, this problem appeared in 2016 for 4 marks. Okay, quite a similar problem. Okay, see, the incidence of occupational disease is such that the workers have 20% chance of suffering from it. What is the probability that out of 6 workers, 4 or more will contract the disease? Okay, now here also nothing has been directly mentioned about the probability distribution. But I know one thing, that this is a kind of a problem where you have two options, that workers are suffering from the disease or the workers are not suffering from the disease. That is, if I treat suffering from the disease as the success, not suffering is a failure. Okay, that means again two options. That means what? Binomial distribution again. So my success is suffering, failure is not suffering. Okay, how many workers are there total? N is equals to 6. Now success is suffering, that what is the success probability? Again 20% chance is there, 20% probability. That means what? 20%, it is 20 by 100, that is 2 by 10, or I can say 0.2, or that is same as 1 by 5 in the fractional values. Okay, now similarly I know the probability of the failure, that is q is equals to 1 minus p, and that comes out to be 1 minus 1 by 5, that is 4 by 5. Okay, now what I need to check is, I need to find the probability that 4 or more will be contacted by the disease. That is what I need to calculate the probability of R is equals to 4 plus the probability of R is equals to 5 plus the probability of R is equals to 6. Okay. So now it will be what? I just write down it here. N factorial, n minus r factorial, r factorial, p raised to r, q raised to r. I need to add up. Okay. So it will be for r is equals to 4. It will be what? 6 factorial upon n minus r. That is 6 minus 4. That is 2 factorial into 4 factorial. P is what? 1 by 5 raised to r is 4. Q will be 4 by 5 raised to 2. That is 6 minus 4 is 2. Then 6 factorial, then 6 minus 5. 1 factorial into 5 factorial. 1 minus 5 into 5 factorial. 4 by 5 raised to 1 plus 6 factorial upon 6 minus 6. Therefore 0 factorial, 6 factorial, 1 by 5 raised to 6, 4 by 5 raised to 0. Okay. So once you solve this will be something like 6 into 5 upon 2 into 5 raised to 6 to 16 upon 5 raised to 6 plus this will be 6 into 4 upon 5 raised to 6 plus the 6 factorial will get cancelled and it will be 5 1 upon 5 raised to 6. Now if you solve this further, the answer you will get will be approximately 0.01696. Okay, and this is the required answer, that the probability of that out of 6 workers 4 or more will be in contact of the disease is 0.01696. Okay. Now let's see one more problem, the problem which appeared in May 2017 for 4 marks, quite a different one. Okay. Okay, what does this say? The lifetime of a certain battery has a mean of 300 hours and a standard deviation of 35 hours. Find a percentage of the batteries having a lifespan of more than 370 hours. Okay, now this battery life is, now since mean and the standard deviation has been given, we know this is a problem of normal distribution. So I need to find use this formula x minus x bar upon s. Okay, now mean of 300 hours, therefore x bar is equals to 300 hours. Standard deviation s is equals to 35 hours. And now I need to find the percentage of batteries having a lifespan of more than 370 hours. Therefore, x is equals to 370. So from this, I have the number of standard deviations, that is z is equals to x. X is 370 minus x bar is 300 divided by 35. Okay, and this comes out to be 70 by 35, that is 2. That is number of standard deviation is 2. Okay. Now, I need to calculate the percentage of batteries having a lifespan of more than 370 hours. Okay. Now, the area, what has been given, now if z is equals to 2, z is equals to 1 lies somewhere here. In this normal distribution, z is equals to 2 lies somewhere here. Okay, and this is my mean x bar. Okay. So now see the area, what is given? Area between z is equals to 0 and z is equals to 2 is given. Okay. Now z is equals to 0 means what? At the x bar, this is z is equals to 0. This is z is equals to 1. This is z is equals to 2. And I have told that almost entire area is being covered within z is equals to 3 values. Okay. Okay. So now what is given is the area between z is equals to 2, sorry, 0 and 2. That is this area. This area has been given to us. Okay, and I need to calculate what the battery is having a lifespan of more than 370 hours. Okay, till this area which is given by, this is given by 0.4772. Okay, this area gives the lifespan of those batteries which have lifespan between mean, that is 300 to 370. Okay, I need to calculate this area where the lifespan of the batteries is more than 370. Okay, so now what I will do is, I know that this total area on the right hand side of this x bar is zero point 0.5 total area. Yes, because total area under the this entire curve is 1, and I had explained this. Okay, on the right hand side of this mean it is zero point 0.5, and on the left hand side it is zero point 0.5. Okay, so now this total area is zero point 0.5. Okay, so now from this I will, for finding this area, what I will do is I will subtract this given area. Okay, so it will be what, zero point 0.5 minus this area will give me this area. Okay, so zero point 0.5 minus 0.4772, and whatever this answer comes is my required area, or the required percentage of the batteries having lifespan more than 370 hours. Okay, this zero point 0.5 minus or 0.4772. Okay, so your Khan and Khanam book has many such problems. Some problems have appeared as they are in the Khan and Khanam. So I would just request you all, please refer to this Khan and Khanam book. Okay, and there you will be able to find more such problems. Okay, so if you have any difficulties, you can contact me. Thank you.